The emphasis on integrating different kinds of information in Chandler doesn't mean that there's a complete lack of organization. In Chandler, you can group items into collections. You define how you want to organize your collections, around people, activities, projects, personal versus work, whatever makes sense to you. Unlike email folders, however, Chandler collections are permeable, meant to overlap. Just drag and drop to add notes and events to multiple project collections. A work-related event you and your spouse are attending can appear on both your work and your spouse's calendars, plus a shared family calendar. There's no need to copy and paste information between emails, to-do lists, and calendars, no need to keep information up to date in multiple places. As a rule, collections are inclusive. Anything and everything can go in them. However, there are easy ways to filter down what you see when you need to. The two ways you can currently filter collections are by the star label and the calendar view. In the calendar view, you can overlay multiple collections so that you can build a complete view of your calendar across the different areas of your life. The important thing is that you don't feel like you're constantly switching contexts, going back and forth between different applications trying to figure out what you should be working on. Instead, in Chandler, there's one main view where you can manage everything, plus a couple of ways to filter down what you see. Chandler also helps you manage what you focus on, what you're paying attention to. At this point, we're all familiar with techniques like flagging email and remarking messages as unread. These are basically hacks for turning your email inbox into a task list where you can keep track of what's done versus what's still to be done. Very useful hack. But one of the problems we saw many people struggle with was that their list of still to be done items was always too long, primarily because there wasn't a good way to separate to-dos that could wait until later from to-dos that needed immediate action. So in Chandler, we introduced a way to defer to-dos into a later section in order to cordon off an area dedicated to tracking now items. We also created a few different ways to automatically refocus items to now. Calendar events automatically refocus to now when they start. Shared items refocus to now when other people create or edit them. Or you can set a tickler alarm to refocus an item to now at a date and time of your choosing. We call this process triage, and each collection in Chandler is set up in this way, divided into 3 sections by triage status: now, later, and done. The idea of giving you a single, simple mechanism for managing your focus is the second way in which Chandler integrates information. Rather than having multiple ways to keep up to date on what's going on, new emails, alarm pop-ups, calendars, everything in Chandler, events, reminders, sharing updates, is brought to your attention through the Now section.